give you a look at the Hey Wastelanders, this is Gary from The Last Ranger. Today I got for you the SOG Terminus in brass. This is I think it's a limited edition knife, as you can see. It says limited series 95 of 250. I don't know how limited this is. I think I saw them sell out within 2 or 3 days, and then I think a couple months later I saw a brass version show up again, and I don't know if it was limited, but maybe I don't know. I really don't know. This is a Terminus LTE. It's in CPM S35E, and the LTE makes it a light version of the Terminus. At one time they did it a light version of it. You can see in there's a carbon fiber liner instead of steel or any kind of metal. So basically the liner is carbon fiber. You can see the brass is pretty shiny on the inside, but on the outside it's pretty dull. It has been taken a nice patina, if you like patinas on brass. Eventually I'll probably clean all the patina up and then I'll make it shiny again, but for now I'll just let it patina and see how I like it. I'm not usually into patina on knives. I usually clean them up if they patina. Let me see another knife. This is brass, and this is starting to take a nice patina. Not as bad as this, but I think the Micarta's patina more. And this brass it was shiny at one time. It started in patina. So I've been carrying this week, and I carried it last week too. I had it a long time, but I was going through my case and like, oh, I haven't carried this knife in a while, and I always like this version. So I have three XRs, Terminus XRs. I have a G10 carbon fiber type mesh. This is also in S35VN steel, and I have the original one I bought. It's like a G10 D2 steel, and you can see on these two knives they have the old pocket clip design, and I kind of like the old pocket clip design. I always dug it with the loop over. I guess some people got the material, their pants caught in this, but I never did. So they went ahead and redesigned it, and they still loop it over, but I guess it's less looped over. And they went with a thinner version, and I really don't like this clip. I think it probably fits this brass version, but I like this clip much better. You know, that's me. And I went ahead and at one time I wanted to test this feature out. I'm like, I carried both of these, and I've never got my material caught in this, but I said, oh, maybe I'll tie a lanyard and fill that loop area up and see if I just wanted to test both methods. And for me it worked out both ways. But if you ever want to pick up this knife, maybe tie a lanyard and fill up the loop, and then you won't probably catch your material of your pants in this. It's just an option. If you don't like lanyards, it's not an option, but I like lanyards. Oh, I wanted to show you how this they sound when you open up. You open the brass one up. You open the carbon fiber G10 mix up. Has more snappy opening. Let's see if this one. They all have like a different acoustics. I can't explain it. This is the loudest acoustics. These are the dullest acoustics, and these are somewhat in between. So I like this acoustics better. I like how it like shing. Oh, I failed it. Shing. It has a shing to it. You probably don't hear that. This one somewhat has a shing to it, but it ends in a thud. And this one's a straight thud. Yeah, maybe it's the coating. Maybe the coating doesn't let the ring get out, but I don't think it's the coating, because the coating is there's not on the back of the knife that would lock up. So for me, this is the most rewarding version of the Terminus to thumb flick. I usually always thumb flick this one out. This one, I don't like the thumb flick out. It has a stiffer detent, if you can say that. So I use the flipper tab all the time on this one. It's just much stiffer. This is super easy to flick out. This one, I think I can go either way. Oh, you hear how that flicks out? Yeah. But I mostly use these the flipper tab on these two, because this one will fail if you don't use the push button method. They're, essentially they're supposed to be the same knife, but they are all different how they flip out. This one is the most rewarding in a thumb stud flick. So I used to carry this one when I got this one. I used to carry this one for the first year all the time. All the time. I would cut with it like constantly, and it held up. I've had to clean it, but there's no scars on the blade. And personally, I've never sharpened it. So let's see how sharp it is, because I've never sharpened it. I mean, it's still sharp. I've never sharpened it. I never stropped. Ooh, I never stropped it or anything. Yeah. I thought at first it was getting hung up, but still, like, I've never sharpened it and never stropped it. And it's D2 steel. And I've cut a lot of shit with this. It's unbelievable. I haven't cut this much stuff with this because I used to carry it a lot. Or not, I haven't carried it a lot, but lately I've been carrying it like constantly. This is clearly, from the feel of me cutting this paper, this is clearly very sharp, sharper than this. And again, this is an S35 VN steel. And honestly, I've never carried this. When I did the test, I carried it. But besides the test, I really never carried this. So this is going to be super sharp. Yeah, because I've never carried it. I did very little cutting with it. This is not, of the three versions, this is not my bag. I like how this, I like how it opens with a thumb stud. It's just so fidgety. So, I don't know, maybe because it wasn't so fidgety, I had to flick it out with a flipper tab, and I always failed it. And these two are much better flippers. So anyway, I just wanted to go over some of my SOG Terminus collection. I hope it wasn't boring, and hopefully you can get yourself some hands-on Terminus. Maybe you have a Terminus. I thought it was a great knife when it was released about 2 years ago. I really like it. And this was the last one I got. This is the second to last, and this is the original I got. I don't have any mixed feelings or bad feelings or regret from buying this brass version. I think they knocked it out of the park because they went with the carbon fiber liners. This weighed a very similar weight to one of these or both of these because of the carbon fibers, not steel. These have steel liners, both of them, and you know, it's pretty light for a brass liner blade. So I like how it looks. I love how it feels. I don't know if you can still get them. I highly recommend a Terminus. If I was going to recommend the Terminus, I would probably recommend these two. Or I believe they have a light version of this too. Anyway, if you want to get the original clip style, you have to like hunt for these original knives because you don't have the option anymore. They went just with a plain Jane clip. So all right guys, I'm gonna let you go. I'm starting to jabber on. I just wanted to go over some of my old collection, show you what I'm carrying this week. And oh, you probably saw my fancy watch. Man, this is the, don't you like that? It's like a no brand. It's kind of like a custom made watch. And yeah, anyway, I just wanted you guys to see what I'm carrying this week. I'm going to probably change it on the weekend, but for now, I've been reintroducing my love to the Terminus. I really love this knife. So take care, Wastelanders.